Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever thought about going into business with a partner? If so, today what I'd like to do is provide 3 kind of tips or tricks that I hope help you make a better decision when contemplating working with a business partner. So the first thing that I'd like to talk about is trust. You're really going to have to trust the person that you're anticipating working with. This is someone who's going to have access to a lot of your financial information. They're going to have access to the way that you do work, maybe things that provide you or give you a competitive advantage in the market. So anyone that you do plan to work with is going to see almost everything about you. If you don't trust them, it's going to be very hard for you to develop the right relationship that's required to be successful as kind of a partnership. So make sure that you find a partner that you definitely trust, someone that you don't mind. They know a little bit more about you than the average person, and someone who you're willing to kind of share some of your secrets for working in the business with. So after you found someone who you can trust, the second thing that I like to look for is going to be someone who shares the same goals as I do. So I need you to think about goals in terms of macro, micro, short-term, long-term, residential, commercial, buy and hold, buy and sell. You really need to think about all of those different types of goals that you may have as an individual and what those goals should be for this partnership that you're going to have. Now, I was kind of lucky enough in the business partnerships that I've had to really find people who are aligned to kind of where I want to be and to what I want to do. And so this has made it very kind of easy and simple for me to work through that process and really work with business partners. I know specifically in me, the one business partner that I've worked with a bunch, who I actually just spent some time with this past week out in Colorado, is someone who we definitely share the same goals in almost everything that we do. And as we went to kind of get into business, as we started outlining those goals and talking about them, things just really lined up well, and the ideas of what we had kind of gelled together. So it made it nice and easy. So once you've identified someone who you trust, you've identified someone who you share the same types of goals with, the third thing that I like to look for is someone who I know that I can have difficult conversations with. When you're working with someone from a business perspective, there are going to be times where you're going to have difficult situations. It's not always going to be easy. But what you want is someone who you can communicate effectively with, and someone who is really going to listen through those conversations and help make the best decision for the partnership that you have. I know for myself, the business partner who I mentioned before, we've had a lot of conversations about things that were good, things that were bad, things we needed to change, different kind of approaches we need to take on real estate and some of the investments that we made. Some of those were difficult, but I think the best thing about them is that we came out of them really understanding what one another was trying to say or the direction we wanted to go. And because of that, we were able to be, fairly successful in the partnership that we put together. Identify someone who you trust, someone who shares the same goals as you do, and make sure you find someone that you can really have that difficult conversation with. Being in a business partnership or going into kind of this partnership for investments can be something that's very difficult to do. And I hope today's video shines some light on the things that I look for when thinking about starting a partnership. As always, thanks for joining. I hope today was helpful for you, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel below. Thank you.